Next presenting company is RXI Pharmaceuticals. RXI will be introduced by Mr. Mike Rose. Mr. Rose.
Good morning, everyone, and I appreciate you being here. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Todd Wolfe, who is President and CEO of RXI Pharmaceuticals. Dr. Wolfe has asked me to inform you that in the literature it says he's doing an offering, but this is strictly for exposure. Thank you very much. Dr. Wolfe.
Thank you. Today I'm going to talk to you about RXI Pharmaceuticals and my work in this field, which is targeting RNA, targeting disease-causing RNA. It's a new form of drug development. Started 20 years ago in graduate school at Harvard, where I worked in the field, and then went into industry and started a company called Sequitur in the field that was eventually acquired after 7 years of profitability by a large public company in Vitrogen. After that, an old friend of mine developed a new form of turning off genes. It was a very exciting technology, and he was spinning out a company. He was a professor at a university, spinning out a company, and he invited me to be the CEO of this company. And while we were raising money, something very exciting happened. He won the Nobel Prize for discovering this new form of technology, a new drug development technique that we were commercializing. So that really, since then, it's been quite an exciting ride, and I'll tell you about it today. Here's forward-looking statements. So the technologies we're doing as a new class of drugs is called RNAi therapeutics. That's RNA interference. We began operations just in the first quarter of last year, and we were co-founded by some of the leading scientists in the field. We began trading publicly after a spin-out from a public company in March 12th of this year as RXII. And we're one of the few public pure plays in RNAi therapeutics. Despite the dramatic success in the field and success of some of our competitors, there still have not been a lot of companies in the field that are public because of the restrictions with intellectual property that we are one of the few firms that are able to solve. So when I'm talking about targeting RNA, inside your cells there's genes, and those genes make messenger RNAs that make proteins, and some of those proteins are involved in disease. RNAi is an incredible technology that goes into the cell and actually seeks out, it's like a search engine, like a Google search engine of the cell, seeking out the disease-causing snippet of information, attacking it and destroying it, therefore blocking the production of the disease-causing protein. Obviously very broad and exciting technology, and that is why the Nobel Prize was awarded for it. There's been a lot of growth and acquisitions in this field, the RNA field, the RNA interference, and the related RNA field. $250 million acquisition of a company called Ambion. A different related technology involving RNA was acquired for $1 billion. One of our biggest competitors was taken out by Merck about a year and a half ago for $1.1 billion. My former company that I founded in the field was purchased by a major public company, as well as others. And through these acquisitions in the field of RNA interference and through corporate partnerships where pharmaceutical companies pay upfront cash to get access to this technology, there's been over $1.6 billion in cash put into the field in the last 2 years. And in blue here, you can see the number of scientific publications in the field has exploded to more than 5,000 this past year. It's actually one of the most studied areas in biomedical science. So I mentioned Craig Mello, the Nobel Prize winner, being the founder of the company and chairman of our scientific advisory board. I mentioned my background. We have a seasoned CFO, Steve DePalma, with 25 years experience in biotech. And our VP of pharmaceutical development is a real leader in the field. She actually worked for that company that was acquired by Merck for $1 billion and was in charge of their lead therapeutic program, which she brought into the clinic. She's one of the most experienced people developing drugs in this field. So there's many advantages of this new technology. That's why so many pharmaceutical companies are interested in it. It has high potency, low toxicity, high specificity for the target disease-causing genes, and it has the remarkable ability to work on any gene. You can custom make these compounds to turn off any one of the disease-causing genes in your body. That's why it's so broadly applicable. It also accelerates the lead generation or the drug development process. So we're a small company with 25 people, and using this technology, we can work on a gene and in 4 months be in animal studies testing out our lead compound. Where traditional drug development takes many years and is very time-consuming and often fails to find a lead compound. So we've used that advantage to fill up an interesting discovery stage pipeline in this short time. We've done this by integrating, creating our own technology in RNAi that's more advanced than the first generation of RNAi. Our second generation RNAi is based on licenses from another number of leading companies and academic institutions, and our own technology that we developed at RXI, and we call it RxRNA. It has many benefits compared to the earlier technologies. It's extremely potent. It resists being eaten up on its way to the cell by enzymes. It's more specific than earlier technologies, and it does all this with the ease of manufacture built into its design. We have multiple layers of intellectual property protection going back over a decade. So our technology is actually the culmination of a decade's worth of innovation in this RNA interference field. Now, it would sound from all this that we're ready to go, cure any disease, and you really can't, obviously, with one technology. But there's one barrier that's known in the field, which is delivering these compounds, getting them into the diseased tissue in an animal model or ultimately a human. That is a big barrier that's recognized, and our scientists, founding scientists, realized that years ago, and they got grants from our foreign parent company, and they spent those grants developing an exciting new technology called nanotransporters, which actually deliver these compounds to the diseased tissue in animals and ultimately in humans. And so we were able to license this technology exclusively from the University of Massachusetts Medical School with the right to sub-license in all therapeutic areas. So we're applying this proprietary RxRNA, that's our actual drug, mixed with the delivery compounds, that's the nanotransporters, to several large markets. One is neurology. We have a program in ALS and a program in Alzheimer's. The second is metabolic disease. We have a program in obesity and one in cholesterol. The third is inflammation, a huge therapeutic area that we've more recently been involved with. We also can work in other therapeutic areas in collaboration with major pharmaceutical partners because the opportunity is too broad for one company to pursue all the avenues. Our financial highlights is we have 13.8 million outstanding shares, 2 million options. Our market cap is about 110 million, comparing to the company that was acquired by Merck for 1.1 billion, and our biggest competitor, which is current market cap, is about 1.4 billion. So we're certainly a value in the field with upside potential. We have a cash balance of 15.1 million, and as it mentioned, we're not doing an offering. We did PIPE recently, and Fidelity was the major investor in that PIPE, and they brought their ownership up to 15%, which is the maximum amount they can invest in a small company like ours. They've made a lot of money in other companies in the field and are very excited by our technology. We have various goals for true developmental partnerships, alliances in 2008, 2009, first IND in 2009, and nominate additional compounds for clinical development in 2009, as well as we're going to add strategic technologies to our platform. So with that, I'll summarize that RXI Pharmaceuticals is a company in a very exciting and exploding field with a great team of scientists leading in the field and a leading technology that has benefits both in the compound itself, our proprietary compounds, and in the very important delivery technology that we combine with this compound to make a winning combination in drug development. Thank you.